Alright, so if you can't tell from my channel, I like gaming. But like everything, it has its problems. And modern day gaming, it's sad what's happened. Because game companies just expect to, you know, put together a game, release it before it really should be released. Gotham Knights is an example of this. I haven't played it. I want to wait because, like, it came out with what, less than 30 FPS, and they had to update it, and so they just rush things out. It's glitchy, so when people want to buy games when they first come out on release date, they don't get the full experience. They don't get a good experience. They get a half experience because there's glitches. Their game might not even save, and that might just like turn them off to the entire game. All these things, slow frame rate, it's laggy and it doesn't look good. The graphics are bad. Games just expect, or companies expect, to push out these games and just deal with the problems later, and kind of betraying their fans. The fans are like, oh, this game looks cool, let me buy it, and then they buy it, and what? They don't get the full experience. They get a poopy experience, pardon my French. Because games don't really care anymore. And not only do they just expect to do that, then they try to take even more of your money with just microtransactions. Like GTA and even like 2K and a bunch of big companies like that are guilty of this. They just expect to roll a game out, fix the problems like later. Nintendo does this a lot too. Like just roll the game out, fix the problems later, and then after the fact, they fix some of the problems. It's still not a perfect game, and then they take more of your money through microtransactions. Buy this little thing, buy that little thing. Buy a new skin, or buy a weapon, or buy a dance. Fortnite loves doing that, but they do it, I guess, not a little less on the nose than other games do it. But it's just all they care about is how do we make as much money as possible off of these people. They don't really care about making a fun experience like games used to. And I don't want to sound just like I missed all good old days. No, I'm just saying that Pokemon, that's a good example. I got the new Pokemon Scarlet Day game on release date, and it was not, it was a good game. It still is. I like it. I'm still playing it, but it's glitchy. It's so glitchy that sometimes you just get like stuck in a tree and the screen goes black. Or sometimes you'll be riding your, spoiler alert, riding your legendary, and you're riding your legendary, and the legendary disappears, and you're just riding air. And or something like this happened to a friend of mine. He was playing Violet, not Scarlet, and just after a cutscene, the screen went black, and then showed just all of the Pokemon lined up, T-posing, just for like a frame of a second. Something happened to me similar, just for like a frame of a second. Like, just Pokemon like just showed up on the screen, and it's weird. I'm not expecting you to catch every little thing, but the frame rate of the Pokemon game isn't the best, I guess you could say. It's a little glitchy, a little choppy. Like, I'll be talking to someone. It's gonna be focused on Pokemon because that's what I'm currently playing. I'll be talking to someone, going through the text, and in the background, you just have like an NPC walking at like freaking 2 frames a second. Just like the slowest, like not like just the choppiest thing ever. Like, well, could you not work on that a little bit? Pokemon, you're such a huge company. They're just focused on pushing games, making you buy stuff, and it's sad. It's just they push the games out. They want you to just buy the microtransactions. They want you to just play the game when it's still so it's still glitchy, it's still not perfect, the frame rate's not perfect. Gotham Knights, Pokemon, they had that issue. Marvel Avengers, now I'm gonna get into Marvel Avengers. Marvel Avengers was also not a good game. You know, there's a lot of glitches. Just the story wasn't even that good. It's like mediocre. They just push it out. The fighting wasn't that good. It's not as like, it wasn't as flow as like as easy going. And people are like, don't compare things to the Arkham games, but the Arkham games are good. Those are good, solid games. Wow. You take a look at modern superhero games. You know, the worlds are like bland a little bit. Origins was really good. It was still good, but I guess the world isn't as lively as the first three, or the first two and the one after. But that was still a good game. It's even worse. It's even worse today with just like spamming in Avengers. It's like just the same thing throughout the whole game. You're just punching robots. Literally, just the same thing. You're just going around fighting robots. It's the same thing the entire game. I feel like fans should. The way that this can be fixed is just fans speak out. They say, "Listen, we're not gonna just buy a game and then wait for you to fix it and not have a good experience. If I'm gonna buy something, I want to be able to, you know, use what I purchased it for without any issues when I buy it, and not have to wait for you. And I shouldn't be berated with so much stuff. Just like, buy this, buy that. I shouldn't need to be berated with that stuff. But I don't know. This is just me rambling because of how games are treating their fans. But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and remember, we're all kings and queens. See you in the next one.